In America, people don't usually fail financially because they don't earn enough. They fail because they never understand one simple rule. Income must be higher than expenses. That sounds obvious, yet millions of people earning good salaries still live paycheck to paycheck. Credit cards are maxed out, savings are empty, and one unexpected bill can create panic. The reason this happens isn't laziness or lack of opportunity. It's a misunderstanding of how money flows in everyday life. People assume that earning more automatically solves financial problems, but without control over spending, higher income can actually make things worse. To truly get ahead, you need to understand the relationship between income and expenses and why this one rule is the foundation of financial freedom. To see why this is so important, we first need to define exactly what income and expenses are. Income is any money that comes into your life. For most Americans, this is a salary or hourly wage, but it can also include freelance work, business earnings, rental income, or investment returns. Expenses are any money that leaves your life. This includes rent or mortgage payments, groceries, utilities, transportation, insurance, subscriptions, and even small daily purchases like coffee or dining out. The key concept is the gap between income and expenses. If income is greater than expenses, you can save, invest, and build wealth. If expenses are greater than income, debt slowly accumulates, and financial stress increases. This is why two people earning the same salary can have completely different financial lives. One may be building wealth, while the other struggles to survive month to month. Understanding this gap is the first step toward control. Now let's explore how this relationship works in real life and why it matters more than income alone. Every month, money flows in and then flows right back out. The problem is that most people focus only on increasing income while ignoring expenses. But income is limited by time, skills, and energy, whereas expenses can quietly expand without limit. Lifestyle upgrades, convenience spending, and recurring subscriptions can silently eat away at your paycheck. This is why someone earning $50,000 a year can feel richer than someone earning $120,000. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. The key is control over the flow of money. Expenses should be intentionally planned, not left to happen automatically. When income consistently exceeds expenses, even by a small amount, it creates a financial margin. This margin allows for savings, investments, and protection against emergencies. Understanding this system also changes your mindset. Instead of seeing money as something to spend immediately, you see it as a tool to create freedom and security. The first rule of money in America is simple but powerful. Income must be greater than expenses, always. To make this crystal clear, let's look at a practical, numbers-based example. Imagine two Americans living in the same city. Person A earns $4,000 per month and spends $3,200. Person B earns $8,000 per month but spends $7,900. At the end of the month, Person A has $800 left, while Person B has only $100. Over a year, Person A saves $9,600, while Person B saves $1,200. Even though Person B earns double, Person A is in a far stronger financial position. Now consider the impact over 5 years. Person A could invest those savings, building wealth over time. Person B, despite a higher income, remains financially fragile and may even accumulate debt. This example highlights why control over spending is more important than income alone. Your lifestyle should fit your income, not the other way around. Small, consistent differences in how much you save each month compound into significant financial security over time. This simple math explains why financial literacy isn't just about earning more, it's about managing what you earn wisely. And yet, most Americans make predictable mistakes that prevent them from applying this rule effectively. One major mistake is treating income increases as permission to spend more. Raises, bonuses, or side hustle income often disappear into bigger homes, newer cars, or upgraded lifestyles. Another mistake is confusing wants with needs. Many expenses feel necessary, but are actually optional. Credit cards make this worse by separating spending from paying. The bill comes weeks later, often too late to notice the pattern. Recurring subscriptions, daily convenience purchases, and lifestyle inflation silently erode your financial margin. Another trap is not tracking cash flow. If you don't know where your money goes, it's impossible to create control. These habits create a cycle where income rises, but financial stress never disappears. The solution is simple. Create awareness, track your spending, and intentionally ensure that your income consistently exceeds your expenses. Small changes, like reducing unnecessary subscriptions or dining out less, can have a major impact on your financial health. Once you understand these mistakes, you can start applying a simple but transformative principle. The first rule of money in America is straightforward. Pay yourself first. Before spending on anything else, set aside a portion of your income for savings or investments. This forces expenses to adjust instead of allowing lifestyle creep to consume your paycheck. Even a small gap, consistently maintained, compounds into massive financial security over time. The principle applies to everyone, regardless of income. Whether you earn $3,000 or $30,000 a month, the moment you consistently spend less than you earn, you gain freedom and options. This approach turns money into a tool rather than a source of stress. It also teaches discipline, patience, and long-term thinking, skills far more valuable than short-term splurges. Financial freedom isn't about earning the most. It's about maintaining control over what you earn. When you apply this principle, every dollar works for you instead of the other way around. So, how do you implement this in practical, everyday life? Start by tracking every dollar for one full month. Record income and every expense, no matter how small. Next, categorize your spending into fixed expenses, variable expenses, and discretionary spending. Set a non-negotiable savings percentage, even if it's just 5 to 10% of income, and automate it so it's never touched for spending. Avoid lifestyle inflation. When your income increases, resist the urge to spend more immediately. Focus instead on increasing your financial margin. Pay off high-interest debt as quickly as possible and redirect that money into savings or investments. Use tools like budgeting apps to monitor progress. Finally, remember that wealth is created over time, not overnight. Consistency beats intensity. A small, intentional gap between income and expenses, maintained month after month, will grow into long-term financial freedom. The goal is not perfection. It's control, predictability, and peace of mind. Once you internalize this idea, money stops feeling overwhelming and starts working for you. Most Americans aren't broke because they don't earn enough. They're broke because their money controls them instead of the other way around. When you build a margin between income and expenses and pay yourself first, you take control of your financial life. This rule is simple, but when applied consistently, it changes everything. Income determines how fast you can move, but expenses determine whether you ever get anywhere. Apply this principle, start small, track every dollar, and your money will start working for you instead of against you. If this video helped you understand money a little better, don't stop here. You'll find another video from this channel on your screen right now that goes deeper into this topic. You can also open the full playlist this video belongs to and learn everything step by step in the right order. And if you want to keep building real financial clarity without confusion or hype, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what comes next.